Alright, this is our feed box that we rigged up for the four-wheeler. This box will hold 100 pounds of corn, no problem. And we just have a little door here that we can open the door and let the corn out as we go along. And the four-wheeler kind of shakes and the corn falls out the door. There it goes. We can feed the deer like this. Spreads it out where you don't have to worry about them trampling each other. Shake it a little bit. Go back the other way. This makes our feed up chores a lot easier. They're just going along, picking it up. I usually put more corn in it. Watch out, rooster. Tell you one thing, the chickens and the ducks really love corn. Then when you get through, just put it down like that and close the gate. Alright, now, this is the feed box for feeding the flock of ducks and chickens. Now I'm going to show you a feed box for feeding the sheep when we get back up there on the barn.
Okay.
Alright, we are here at August the 8th. 2023. Now I've showed you the feed box that I rigged up for the four-wheeler to feed the ducks. They're still picking it up out of the driveway there and getting every last kernel of corn. That was the feed box for the, I use it for the deer, I use it for the ducks and the chickens. Now I'm going to show you the feed box that we use for feeding the sheep. This is it right here. This is the feed box for feeding the sheep. Now Jesus said, if you love me, I want you to feed my lambs. I want you to feed my sheep. And this is how you do it right here. This feed box contains all of the feed that's needed to feed all of the sheep in the world. And of course, I guess you understand by now that the sheep are those that belong to Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus Christ. Anywhere you open up this feed box, you're going to find some feed suitable for somebody or some sheep somewhere. And it never runs out. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, I'm going to feed the sheep a little bit here. Alright, this is some really good feed right here. This is Matthew 7. Matthew 7, the beginning of the 7th chapter. And it's titled, Do Not Judge. I'm not going to read that feed right there. That's not the one I wanted. That's good feed too. But the one I wanted to read was this one. Keep asking, seeking, and knocking. This is 7, 7. There you go. These are the perfect numbers here, 7. So that's interesting that I turned to that. Keep asking. Ask. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be opened. Or what man is there among you who, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a serpent? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask him? Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets. We'll go a little bit more here. The narrow way. Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. And there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. We'll feed you a little bit more here if anybody's listening. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. I'll go on. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who builds his house on the rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the wind blew and beat on that house. And it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it fell. And great was its fall. And so it was, when Jesus had ended these sayings, that the people were astonished at his teaching. For he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. All right, that is the feed that I am privileged to feed the sheep. I guess it's a good idea to end this with the Lord's Prayer, and then we'll go in and put this video up on YouTube and wherever else we can. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.